for a promotion or a raise, and you wanted to make sure that you did the conversation the right way, I'm going to share with you three reasons rather, why promotions conversations go wrong, so that you don't make those mistakes as a leader. I know that when you are at a point when you are ready to ask for a promotion or ask for a raise, there's a lot that you're dealing with. You're probably dealing with a lot of financial pressures. You're dealing with maybe some social pressures or pressures within your organization. And I want to make sure you're making the very, very best decision with the information that you have. Now, if you're new to me, my name is Dr. Jacinta, and this channel focuses very heavily on advanced communication skills and strategies. I focus more on those very high stakes, high pressure situations. My mission here really is to help you be able to communicate more confidently and concisely under pressure. Now, if you happen to be a woman in leadership, you are in my direct target audience that I provide executive coaching and consultation services to. If you need some support and you're at the point where you really want to get some support as it relates to navigating these situations with promotions, hard conversations, elevating your career, then contact me for a strategy session in the description below. All right, so let me say hello to Cat 23rd. Hello, Cat. Cat says, hey, Doc. Good morning, Cat. How you doing today? Good to see you. If you happen to be outside of my target audience and perhaps you are a man in leadership or someone that's thinking about leadership and you're not in that role just yet, you will learn a tremendous amount of information from this channel. Now, when it comes to promotions, there's three reasons why promotions conversations go wrong. The first reason why a promotions conversation goes wrong is because there may be a time factor that you might not be considering as it relates to your conversation. A lot of times I find that when we are at a point where we need to have a conversation about a promotion, as I mentioned earlier, there's a lot of pressures that happen. Let me know in the comments below if you've ever wanted to get a promotion. Let's talk about it. But a lot of times there's a lot of pressures going on. If your company is going through a challenge or a downturn or something like that, it is probably not the best time for you to ask for that promotion. I know that may sound very difficult to hear, but sometimes when it comes to promotions and etc., you have to take a look at the big picture. What's going on with the company? If the company just recently did a lot of layoffs, even though you need a promotion, you would probably be better off looking for another opportunity than to ask for a promotion at your specific job. Because if they just did layoffs, the likelihood that they're going to give you a promotion is probably pretty low. And sometimes people forget that there's a lot of other things going on inside of a company outside of maybe their just immediate needs to have a promotion. All right, so let me take a look and see what's going on in the chat. Give me just a second. Let me pull over. Okay, so Cat 23rd says, I don't know if I'm wrong, but I kind of get, hold on just one second, Cat. The sun is very, very bright in this area and it's hard for me to see. I don't know if I'm wrong, but I kind of got a live notification last night and checked you were not live. So I did, that's interesting. So I wonder what's going on that end. I did go live last night. Kat, and the topic of the live was master reading people, I believe was the title of it. So I almost wonder what happened. There may have been some kind of a delay in it actually, because if you received a notification that I was live, but for some reason you didn't see the live, there probably was a delay. I probably already ended it after that time. The live was about 17 minutes long, I think. So there is a live where we talk about mastering reading people. So you may want to take a look at that one. Now, there's another reason why people tend to have promotion conversations not go the way they like for them to go. One of those is emotions. As I mentioned earlier, a lot of people, when they're at the point when they want to ask for a promotion or they want to ask for a raise, there's financial pressure there, and they kind of wait until it's at the point where they just can't take it anymore. And they want to ask a question, I need a promotion. I need a promotion. And when you go into a promotions conversation at a very highly emotional charged state, it will not do well for you. When you have these conversations about promotions and etc., you have to take your emotions out of it. Now, I know I'm not saying you need to act like a robot or communicate as one or be completely stoic the entire time, but this is what you have to do if you're trying to communicate with a leader. There's a way you can still show that you are passionate about something, but you don't have to be highly emotional to where you say, I need a promotion because I feel like I've done this and I feel like I've done that and all of these things. It automatically will pretty much guarantee you're not going to get a promotion. So take your emotions out of it whenever you're asking for a promotion. Now I'm going to go into the third reasons why promotions conversations go wrong, but I want to see what's going on in the chat. Thank you for the heart emojis, friend. Cat 23rd says, felt bad for missing out though. Oh, no problem. Well, the replay is there, Cat. Let me know if you have any questions specifically. And welcome to those of you joining the live. Let me know what part of the big, beautiful world you are joining from today and what questions you have about trying to get a promotion at work. I have about 2 more minutes before I will be able to have to get off here and do a couple of things. We have F.A. Dacis Pools. Hello, welcome, welcome. We have Biggie I1G5E. Hello, welcome, welcome. Now, the third reason why promotions conversations go wrong. Now, we already talked about 2, and if you're just joining, definitely take a look at the replay or feel free to subscribe to the channel to learn a lot more. But the third reason why promotions conversations go wrong is because we are not really strategic in how we want to have that conversation. So specifically, most of the time people will say, if you need a promotion, just ask for one, right? How many times has that happened to you? It's happened to me. I've heard it plenty of times before. Well, that's not what you want to do. When you go in for a promotions conversation, you don't want to go in, sit down and say, I need a promotion. I need a raise. I have this. There's a better way for you to do this, friends. There's a better way for you to be a bit more strategic when you're asking those conversations. Instead of saying, I need a raise, appreciate what you've done so far. Ask them or talk to them and say, I really appreciate the opportunity with the company. I've learned so much. There's a lot more that I know I can add to the organization, or there's a lot of value that I've already been bringing to the organization. And I wanted to talk about opportunities for advancement. And when you talk about advancement, that usually is a cue to say that you're interested in trying to receive additional funds. Now, these are 3 reasons why promotions conversations go wrong, but there's a lot more that goes into it. And if you want to learn more about this, let me know in the comments below. I'll be happy to do another follow-up video on this later this evening if you need me to, in terms of asking for a promotion. I know it can be hard and I know it can be scary, and it is definitely a high-stakes conversation. And if you like this video, this is what we talk about on this channel all the time. Those very high-stakes, high-pressure situations and conversations that sometimes we just don't know how to navigate as leaders. I'm here to support you any way that I can on your journey to do so. So ask me any questions. I'm here to help you. Come to me with the very hard situations professionally that you're dealing with. That's what my expertise is in very hard situations. And let me know if you have any questions about this, and I will see you all later this evening when I go live. Bye for now.